What is up, YouTube? So today, this is going to be a first on my channel. Well, this is really only for WWE fans. You know, if you watch the product, then you'll enjoy this video. If not, then you probably won't. But this is going to be a new thing I'm going to do. I'm going to review a pay-per-view. Last night it was No Mercy. So I'm going to be giving my thoughts, how I felt about everything, and basically just my overall review of the show. And if you want to see more videos like this, leave a like and share the video with as many people as you can. But let's get started. So first off, we had AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose versus John Cena. And apparently the match got moved to the first match because John had some type of event he was supposed to go to. I don't believe everything I see on the internet, but that does sound like kind of real, if you ask me, because he is a really busy guy. But we don't know. Now the match was good overall. I thought they were gonna end it with AJ tapping to both of them to maybe give them both a reason to get another match or whatever. But they didn't do that. They ended up restarting the match, which is a surprise. And AJ Styles actually won with a chair shot, which was actually a surprise as well. I'd figure, he would win. He would maybe win, like, how do I say? He would win, maybe with his finisher to the chair, something like that. But that didn't happen. So what was next? We have, well, no, actually, my fault. I was not done. I feel like this is the smart decision. Keep the title on AJ Styles. And hopefully we get Ambrose versus Styles at TLC in actual tables, ladders, and chairs match, because that would be awesome. John can definitely get a rematch maybe at Survivor Series, or they could just not give the match to either one of them. But I don't see who could go for the title other than Ambrose and Cena. Maybe Orton, but I don't think his feud with Bray Wyatt is done yet, so who knows. Next up was the tag match between the Usos and Heath Slater and Rhino. Now, I was reading something the other day and actually caught my attention because I actually agree with it. It was saying, basically, Heath Slater has lost a lot of what made him special, because, he was fighting for that contract, but now he has the contract, and it's like, what are you doing with him? I wonder what is Miz doing. Shut up. But I do agree with that. I feel like let Heath Slater and Rhino keep it to a TLC. Let them, defend it against maybe American Alpha and the Usos in a 3 tag team, TLC match. And that would be awesome. Give them the time they need to actually make it memorable. Because, in our generation, it's not really a ladder match. It hasn't really been a ladder match that, people are going to remember 20 years from now in our generation yet. So I feel like we need that. So definitely have that happen. I feel like that should happen. Let the 3 of them just fight it out and let the Usos win it there. And have maybe the American Alpha take it off them at WrestleMania. But the Usos definitely need to win the gold first to give American Alpha a team to, be chasing for their first tag titles. Alright, and next up we had, I can't give you an exact order, but I do know it was not Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. I was pretty mad this match did not main event, because it really should have. The match definitely should have main evented the card, but it didn't for some reason. Now, in all honesty, this whole match I was kind of biting my teeth because I didn't want either guy to lose. I feel like Miz should have had the chance to beat the Honky Tonk Man's record for longest title reign, Intercontinental Championship title reign. He should have gotten that opportunity to beat that record, but he didn't. It stopped way too. The reign stopped way too early. I might be fine with it if maybe the Miz beats him on Tuesday or something, but I wouldn't even be fine. I don't think I'd be fine with it then, because it's not like the title reign continues. So that was basically a waste right there. I mean, you guys could have done more than just. You could have had Ziggler lose. Then he could try to cost Miz a match a couple months later. which would eventually, you know, lead to them getting, eventually lead to him coming out of retirement. Then they have a match. That could have been like, you could have put him on commentary or something, but he didn't have to. If he would have been forced to retire, he didn't have to leave the company altogether. But it was still a great match. It was the match of the night by far, and I personally loved it. Next, we had Carmella versus Nikki Bella. And, of course, Nikki Bella wins. If Cena doesn't win, then Nikki Bella's going to win. Someone in that family is going to win before the night is over. So, Nikki Bella won. I mean, I would have been okay with it if maybe Carmella attacked her with, like, a chair or something, and that led to, like, a match, you know, another match, like a no DQ match this time. But that didn't happen. She just kind of took the loss and kept on going. So that really sucked. I hated this match just because of the fact that the wrong person won. It was a good match. It's just the wrong person won. And that was really, really stupid, you know. Why not give Carmella the win here? Even though, you know, she has beaten Nikki Bella, you know, like on in a few tag matches. He's pinned her, and I think she's made her tap as well, but she needed this win right here more than anything. That's alright though. Next, we have Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin. Honestly, I don't even remember that much. I remember the match. It was a pretty good match. And oh yeah. He hit the end of days to win it. Yes. Now, this was smart, considering the fact that they kind of had him tap out, even though he didn't tap out Tuesday night on SmackDown. So that was a good way to make up for it. They should probably... should they go one more time? I would let them fight one more time if maybe they were like included in maybe to the title picture, like the Intercontinental Championship. It could be a fatal 4-way TLC match for the next pay-per-view. Because I feel like since, you know, it's a gimmick pay-per-view, every match should be, you know, a gimmick match. You know, since it's table, ladders, and chairs, it should be, every match should be table, ladders, and chairs. But that never happens. Next up, we got Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. So something is wrong with Becky Lynch. She was in the hospital tweeting pictures, but she was out last night. So basically, Alexa Bliss came out there saying that the WWE was protecting Becky Lynch from her, and everything was going fine. You know, she got a match with Naomi. Naomi kind of, you know, interrupted her, and they had a match. And then Alexa Bliss lost. So I don't get how WWE wants you to buy into the fact that Alexa Bliss is a contender if she's lost, you know, 2 pay-per-view matches in a row. I don't know when the last time she got a win was, because I guess it's not a lot of women on the SmackDown roster for her to get, you know, like good wins over, because it's only, you know, Naomi and Nikki Bella's faces. So she could have gotten a win over Naomi here, because she really did need it to seem credible. But hey, that's WWE for you. Then the main event of the night was Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. And this match was awesome. It was very hectic. Everything was getting thrown around. Bray Wyatt was in control for a while. Then Randy Orton was in control for a while. So you kind of didn't know who was going to win. You thought maybe WWE would give Randy Orton the win because, you know, he basically jobbed Brock Lesnar a couple months ago. Then you say, oh, well, maybe WWE will give the win to Bray Wyatt because, you know, they finally realize he's a star if booked correctly, but they haven't been booking him correctly, so maybe they'll fix that. And it turns out they did. Luke Harper came out in the end of the match. He unveiled his hood, and the crowd went wild. Because, you know, many people thought he'd be on Raw. Everyone knew he had came back, you know, at live event, but people thought he'd be on Raw. So I don't think anyone really people expected it, but I don't think they did to the point where they thought it might happen. So when he came out there, Randy Orton looked at him like, oh my gosh, where have you been? You know, you aren't supposed to be here and all that. Then Bray Wyatt hit him with the Sister Abigail, and that was the match, which was the best decision they could have done. It was the best. It was the absolute best. Because he definitely needed a win here more than anything. I'm so tired of seeing Bray Wyatt lose and lose and lose, because he is actually very, very talented. Very talented. And I hope he gets a big push from here. You know, maybe he gets to meet Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship once this feud with Randy Orton is over. I'd like to see them fight maybe, you know, at Survivor Series. That would be great. That would be an amazing match, actually, for them to go at a Survivor Series and have Bray Wyatt. I wouldn't have him take it off him the first time. Maybe take it off him at Royal Rumble. That would be probably the best call, because you don't want Dolph Ziggler's title reign to be too short, but you definitely don't want people to get bored of him, and you want Bray Wyatt to be relevant on the SmackDown brand, because that was the whole point of the draft, you know, make sure everyone gets a spot somewhere. So I hope this means we're gonna get a push from Bray Wyatt. And overall, the pay-per-view on a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, I'll give it at 9. I'll give it at 8 or 9. Only reason that is because with the Divas matches, women's matches, the wrong person won both of those matches. Naomi should not have won, and Nikki Bella should not have won, but they both did. Other than that, though, it was a good pay-per-view. I wouldn't say it was any boring matches. It was no moments where you wanted to just chant CM Punk because you were bored. So overall, it was a good pay-per-view, and I really enjoyed it. And if you like this video and you want to see me do more of these, go ahead and comment, leave a like on the video, and that's all, man.